The novel is set in 17th-century Puritan Massachusetts Bay Colony. The story begins with a long introduction by the author, Nathaniel Hawthorne, explaining his connection to the Custom House and how he found the Scarlet Letter and some documents that inspired the tale. This introduction sets the stage for the novel's exploration of sin, punishment, and redemption in a rigidly religious society. Hawthorne's reflection on his ancestors' involvement in the Salem witch trials adds a personal dimension to the narrative. Hester Prynne, the protagonist, is publicly shamed and punished for committing adultery. She is forced to stand on a scaffold for 3 hours, holding her infant daughter, Pearl, and wearing a scarlet letter A on her chest as a symbol of her sin. The public spectacle of Hester's punishment illustrates the harshness of Puritan law and the community's eagerness to enforce moral conformity. Hester's dignified endurance of her punishment marks her as a strong and resilient character. Hester chooses to live on the outskirts of the Puritan community, facing social ostracism. Despite her shame, she remains dignified and supports herself and Pearl through her needlework, which is highly sought after in the community. Her isolation allows her to reflect on her sin and its consequences, fostering a deep sense of introspection. Over time, Hester's charitable actions lead some to reinterpret the Scarlet Letter as a symbol of her strength and kindness. Hester's estranged husband arrives in the colony under the assumed name of Roger Chillingworth. He finds Hester on the scaffold and vows to discover the identity of Pearl's father and seek revenge. Chillingworth's obsession with vengeance transforms him into a malevolent figure, symbolizing the destructive power of unchecked hatred. His decision to conceal his true identity sets the stage for his manipulative schemes. Reverend Arthur Dimmesdale, a respected minister in the community, is revealed to be Pearl's father. He struggles with immense guilt and self-punishment but lacks the courage to confess his sin publicly. Dimmesdale's internal conflict is a central theme of the novel, highlighting the psychological toll of concealed guilt. His physical deterioration mirrors his spiritual anguish, illustrating the pervasive impact of his hidden transgression. Chillingworth, posing as a physician, moves in with Dimmesdale to care for his health. He quickly suspects Dimmesdale's secret and begins to psychologically torment him, exacerbating the minister's inner turmoil. Chillingworth's invasive scrutiny and manipulation underscore his role as an agent of retribution. His actions drive Dimmesdale deeper into despair, illustrating the destructive cycle of sin and vengeance. Over the years, Hester transforms from a symbol of sin to a figure of compassion and strength. She helps the poor and sick, earning the respect of many in the community despite her Scarlet Letter. Hester's resilience and charitable deeds gradually shift public perception, demonstrating her moral fortitude. Her evolution challenges the community's rigid moral judgments, emphasizing themes of redemption and forgiveness. Hester and Dimmesdale meet in the forest, where they openly discuss their love and shared sin. They plan to escape to Europe and start a new life together with Pearl. The forest serves as a symbolic space of natural freedom and truth, contrasting with the oppressive society they live in. Their plan to flee signifies their desire for liberation and a fresh start, though it is fraught with uncertainty. Dimmesdale delivers a powerful sermon on Election Day, which is highly praised by the townspeople. However, he is physically and emotionally deteriorating under the weight of his guilt and Chillingworth's manipulations. The sermon represents Dimmesdale's final act of public ministry, filled with passionate eloquence. It highlights his internal conflict and the duality of his public righteousness and private torment. After the sermon, Dimmesdale mounts the scaffold, calls Hester and Pearl to his side, and publicly confesses his sin. He reveals the Scarlet Letter carved into his chest, then collapses and dies in Hester's arms. Dimmesdale's confession is a climactic moment of catharsis, offering him a brief release from his long-held guilt. His death underscores the novel's themes of sin, redemption, and the human struggle for moral integrity. With Dimmesdale's death, Chillingworth loses his purpose for revenge. His health and spirit decline rapidly, and he dies within a year, leaving his considerable fortune to Pearl. Chillingworth's demise highlights the corrosive effects of his vengeful obsession. His bequest to Pearl can be seen as an ironic twist, inadvertently securing a better future for the child he once sought to harm. Hester and Pearl leave the colony. Pearl is believed to have married and settled in Europe, where she lives a happy life with a family of her own. Their departure marks a significant turning point, allowing Hester and Prynne to escape the oppressive environment of the Puritan community. Prynne's happy future symbolizes the possibility of redemption and new beginnings. Many years later, Hester returns alone to the Puritan community, still wearing the Scarlet Letter. She resumes her charitable work and becomes a symbol of grace and resilience. Hester's decision to return and continue her life of service reflects her acceptance of her past and her enduring strength. Her presence in the community serves as a living testament to the themes of endurance and transformation. Hester lives out her life in the community, eventually passing away. She is buried next to Dimmesdale, and their shared grave is marked with a simple tombstone bearing the letter A. The shared grave signifies the union of their souls in death, free from the societal judgments that plagued their lives. The simplicity of the tombstone underscores the novel's themes of humility and the transcendent nature of true love and repentance. The Scarlet Letter explores themes of sin, guilt, redemption, and the conflict between individual identity and societal expectations. Hawthorne's critique of Puritanism and his exploration of human emotion and morality have made the novel a cornerstone of American literature. The novel's enduring relevance lies in its profound psychological and moral insights, making it a timeless reflection on the complexities of human nature and society. Its rich symbolism and evocative storytelling continue to resonate with readers and scholars alike. Let us know in the comments what books you'd like to see us summarize next. Happy learning, we will see you in the next book summary.